Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course.
That's spelling,
Sow's
though.
udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
I can hear them on the stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Well, and forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Half Moon Street on Whitechapel. Welcome to the next part of Sherlock Holmes. And the beginning of a new case. We are going to Half Moon Street. So, considering those Wiggins boys and all them are broke as shit, I'm guessing we're taking on this case pro bono, correct? Who the hell are you? Can't talk to him, he's just smoking his cigarette. What the hell just happened? Is this the murder scene? Are you a dead guy? Nope. Looks like we're going into the alleyway. Why would you have these people just hanging out there if you can't talk to them? What's this? Spirit world. What? Something about a circus? And then you got a public meeting. The plot thickens. It's all dark.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving. Who were the victims?
The 2 men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
Interesting.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were 2 other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Yeah, but she's so far away, like what does she know?
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the 2 victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the 2 dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by 2 police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Ah, yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
Queen Victoria's birthday.
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
So, Mr. Turner did not see shit, most likely, right? Let's check out this body. What is this? What is this? Plates. Stuck object. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
What is this? What is this from?
This shard of wood is quite new.
What does that tell us, guys?
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
So, he got shot by a bullet, and it hit him right in his noggin, right in his forehead.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
We'll just hang on to that. What is the other dead body? What an awkward falling position, right? Looks like someone just laid it out this way. What is this?
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vicotti must have done some time there.
So, this guy used to be in jail. Has a prison tat.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
So he bled out.
The bullet penetrated his stomach. A dreadful wound.
So how come the other guy got a headshot, but this guy got a shot to the stomach? Does that mean that the person that shot him hated this guy more and wanted him to suffer? Is that what's going on here?
Brian Vicotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Look at that painful expression on his face.
A fairly long pole with a forked end. A fairly long pole with a forked end.
I mean, isn't that piece of wood that we found go right together with that? The hell? Oh, we probably gotta examine it first, right? Or not. Interesting. Anyway, we'll go back to that. Can I talk to you? There's Wiggins. Let's talk to Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
You already look like a goddamn liar, in my opinion. Just your whole demeanor, friend. Nothing on your face? Isn't this like a scar right here? Figured that would have pointed out to something. What's this? A metal clasp. Balaclava? Crimean War vet. Wait, there was something over here. I think. Or not. Missing button. He lives that rugged life. That broke life. That bum's life. So he has a limp, huh? So that means he might walk with a cane. And that's where that piece of wood belongs to.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
Second shot louder than the first. So, either there was 2 shooters. No, there couldn't have been 2 shooters, right? I mean, 2 guns? How else would it be louder? Unless one was like, the first shot was with like a potato behind it or something, right? Like a silencer.
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Not really. I feel like we already knew all this. 2 victims turned to view. Mr. Turner stated that he remained near his window until laying code. What? 2 victims, different shots? No? There's that. Whoops. God damn it. Alright, so that has no correlation, right? And then we're probably going to have to talk to Wiggins in a second. Is there anything else around here?
I'll
Wiggins.
do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
I bet you would. Oh, we gotta talk to the flower lady chick. Excuse me, ma'am. Polly Powell.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
If you do not lie and answer all the questions truthfully, I will give you a cracker, Polly. Anyway, how come we can't scan her face or whatever? Well,
Could you
why?
tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
What? Something's definitely not adding up here.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
So it's possible there wasn't 2 gunshots. It could have just been 1 gunshot, right? And the other one was like a firework.
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Guys, this case is getting nowhere. No? Alright. Oh, wait. Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Merrill's statement as the constable did not see anyone at the window. What else? What's this? A mirror?
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
Why? So someone across the way wanted to see... Wait, what? Unless someone was like standing around here in this vicinity and then looking through the mirror, but then you would have to look at it at the perfect angle to see down this hall or alleyway.
I suppose that I shall have to move my stool now.
I'll do...
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Goddamn liar.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Collusion. I smell collusion. Plus, he got the limp, so he definitely couldn't have done
Turner
shit quick.
appears to live very modestly.
He says he quickly ran to do something, right? He's a goddamn liar. Fire. Ashes. Burnt paper.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
Take it back to the lab, I say.
These words are illegible.
Should have definitely took that back to the lab, right?
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
So there's been some evidence tampering around with issues. Things going on here.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Why does this window look all creepy and shit? Looks all glow in the dark like. Nothing there. What's this? Uh-huh.
A
Okay.
perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims. The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
So, those pages were from the books, correct? From some book that he used. Because he was definitely hiding some type of message. This guy is definitely suspicious already. Shredded paper, see that? This guy thinks he's all slick, but he's not.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table.
With our Holmesian vision, we will get to the bottom of this. Examine,
This kitchen
come on.
knife is quite sharp. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Alrighty. Now let's just check out this window view after making sure there's nothing else. We'll talk to him last, right?
So, That's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Wait. So is there only one? God damn it. I guess there is only one. Oh, wait. Back it out. How do we back it out?
No, it didn't happen this way.
I didn't see that there was all this here. Alright. So, this old bastard got out of bed. Right? And then he... Oh, God damn it. No, wait. He got out of bed. He opened the window, then approached the bodies, then came home, placed the broken stick, and then took something. Then he cut that shit, then he threw it in the fire. Let's watch. Looks good, right? Oh, I'm an old man. Let me just get out of bed because I heard some fireworks. Oh, let me just hobble, limp around. Oh, I'm an old geezer. It takes me forever to get to the window with my walking stick. What do we have here? And then I'm an old geezer and I'm gonna take for... What? What just happened? What? Were we wrong? Oh, there we go. Why didn't it do it before? Oh, look at me. I'm an old man walking in the alleyway. Look at Wiggins. What do we have here? What is this I see? Shit, my cane is stuck. God damn it. I paid $1 for this goddamn stick. Now I gotta get it remade or repaired. And I'm gonna walk back up. Hobble, 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 hobble. So, he placed the thing, takes something from there, correct? And then hobbles his ass to the kitchen table, where he cuts up the pieces, then hobbles his ass to the fireplace. Nice.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
What did he find? Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
You fat old greasy bastard. Moby Dick, a classic.
Well,
What
now,
is this?
What a find. A precious jewel concealed inside a book.
So, he was cutting out pages from the book to make room for this, huh?
A bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
And of course he just takes it. Because that's what Sherlock Holmes does. He just takes shit. And then we'll talk to him last.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
You're a liar, man. You are definitely a crippled guy. And it takes you forever. Why would they give you the door key? Oh yeah, I completely forgot we found like a key, right? Where does the key go?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
I mean, if you're lying about one thing, you're lying about another thing, right?
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
You are a criminal, goddammit. I don't believe you. Definitely do not believe you. And on that note, that is going to be the end of this part, guys. What do you think about this case so far? What I think, right, is so far... Actually, I have no conclusion so far. We still got to get to the bottom of why Wiggins' cousin or brother, whatever the fuck, was still doing on the street, etc., etc. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this part. Give the video some likes, all that good stuff.